What's up, guys and gals? I hope you had a good Easter, because it's time to talk about something that I've wanted to talk about for a little while now. As you guys know, I dropped Jujutsu Kaisen around the same time that a lot of people have been making memes, trolling, and also dropping Jujutsu Kaisen and have been, making fun of it on both Reddit, Discord, Twitter, everywhere, right? Around the chapter 236 mark. I waited out a little bit, but then it just was like, no, and I dropped reviewing the series. However, as I've mentioned on multiple videos and in multiple occasions, I still, now and then, caught up with the series, right? When I'm doing my reads of One Piece or Kengan or something like that, if I'm bored on my phone, maybe I check in and binge a couple of chapters here and there throughout the week, right? And now, as a result that we've gone this far, and the fight is still going on. It's, it's not 2025 yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there, right? And the Sukuna fight is still continuing on. And as a result, this will be spoilers for the latest chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it's time that I came back into the series. I think it's 100% time, because if you guys have read since the end of Gojo versus Sukuna, and right around when Kashimo sort of, dropped the ball in more ways than one, ever since then, I've been witnessing some true greatness, some really peak final battle, just writing, and a lot of people complain about certain things about that, like the Higuruma stuff that went forward after that, or the fact that so far the Hakari Urame fight has been basically off screen. We see Hakari's a little bit damaged here, so he must not have hit a jackpot because they're outside now of his domain and stuff like that. So he seems to have some problems there and stuff. But you know what? I have confidence that we're going to see exactly what happened there, because it's not like Gege is actually going to off-screen the Hakari fight. The only fight outside, there is one more, and we'll talk about it. The only fight outside of the actual everyone versus Sukuna deal, there's no way he's just going to off-screen that. Especially when we've never seen Hakari fail a jackpot inside his own domain and stuff like that, right? Like we've not seen that yet. So there's no way this one-time thing, we're not going to see it, right? So I have faith, 100%. So we are definitely going to see that. The other fight I'm talking about is, of course, Yuta versus Kenjaku, which can 100%, without even shadow of a doubt, this is a black and white issue, no sliver of gray whatsoever. Yuta beat Kenjaku, 100%. So everyone who put Kenjaku as their third best on their power scalings and stuff, I'm sorry, us Yuta fans, we were all right, because there is absolutely no room for debate with what went down in the subsequent chapters, right? Yuta straight up one-shot this. Well, actually, to be fair, he didn't one-shot him. He did not one-shot him. He ended up, slicing and dicing him, and then just had to do that little bit extra, So it was a two-hit. But Yuta cleaned his clock with no outside interference, nothing whatsoever. So Yuta versus Kenjaku was just as satisfying as everyone wanted it to be. And boom, another reason just to jump back into Jujutsu Kaisen. So far, it is peak. It is peak fiction, to use the young people's terms. It's peak fiction. So yeah, for those two reasons, once again, I firmly believe that we're going to see how Hakari has been faring in that Urami fight and stuff like that. And obviously, the Yuta Kenjaku fight was, without a shadow of a doubt, just an amazing combative. Like, man, I don't know why we jumped away. The Sukuna versus Gojo fight has nothing on that Yuta Kenjaku stuff. I'm just saying. So yeah, we have these two things, these two elements outside of the main fight, right? And then of course, we have Sukuna versus everyone. And within that, we have had some greatness. Yuta's domain expansion stuff is just, it's amazing. And the fact that something that I was bringing up for a long time, because we still don't know to this day how Yuta copies abilities. There's been theories here and there, but I knew, and the moment that he picked up that sword after fighting against Sukuna with Yuji and stuff like that, the two main characters going at it, like, this was the time. This is what it was going to be about. A lot of people knew Gojo's still, he's a fan favorite, he's super powerful, but he's not the main character. Who is? Yuji and Yuta. These two are unequivocally the main characters of Jujutsu Kaisen. Yuji right up here, and Yuta right there as the secondary protagonist. And who's going to beat the main bad if not these two? It's basically like having Goku and Vegeta teaming up in Dragon Ball Z and then having Krillin come out of the woodwork to win the day. That's not how it works, right? So 100% it's Goku and Vegeta versus, you know, Frieza here. We know that this is the final roster, right? Well, you know, I mean, between all that stuff, we just had so many other things to go on. And right now, currently, you know, we have to have Maki enter the fray and stuff. Like, there's just been so much greatness going on right now with no plot armor whatsoever, no ass pulls, no nothing like that, that I think it's time that I started reviewing Jujutsu Kaisen on a week-to-week basis again. So I hope you guys are ready for that and stuff, and I just wanted to make this, you know, quick breaking news announcement video telling you guys about it before I go right into it, right? Because, as I said, and in the latest chapters, as I said, spoiler warning, but in the latest chapters, Miguel shows up, basically saying, nah, man, this is Japan's problem. It's got nothing to do with yours truly. It's got nothing to do with me. But you know what? He just wants to bust a move. He just wants to bust a move and stuff, and he showcases cleave, dismantle, world cuttings. Forget about it. It doesn't matter. Sukuna can't touch this. Boo doo 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 doo. Can't touch this. Miguel is just showing up, just doing his thing, right? So even though there's been a few instances of stuff like that, you know, like because we had Yuji and Yuta teaming up, and I thought it was the final arc, the final chapter and stuff, and it was going to go down, and everything was going to be good and stuff like that. But no, Gege is completely subverting those expectations, having Maki enter the fray, and yeah, well, she doesn't finish him off either. And Higuruma with the cursed tool thing, that was, I mean, it's just 4D chess, and I'm only a 3D chess player, so I don't really, you know, but there's a lot of components there that make sense as to why this isn't the end, you know? I mean, why would you have your main characters win the fight against the main bad guy? I mean, that just, no, we're not going to do that, you know? Because you know who I'm waiting for? You know who I'm waiting for, and this is my prediction, and I'll bring it up in subsequent reviews. We need to wait for old Katana guy. And sumo wrestler Kappa. Yeah, because if Higuruma ain't gonna do it with his executioner sword, and if, you know, with all the absolutely fully explained and makes sense binding vows and abilities of Sukuna and all the things he's able to do and stuff like that, which once again, so many people have argued his ass pulls, plot armor, and it's just like, come on, you know, no, you just don't understand the fantastic writing going on here. I think that we got to subvert the expectations in regards to this, right? So yeah, I could go on and keep talking about all the positives and stuff like that and the negatives of Jujutsu Kaisen. That being said, there are so few negatives. I mean, why even bother talking about them? But I'll just leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching for this announcement, breaking news type video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I, once again, hope you guys had a great Easter. And even today, have a very happy April 1st. We'll see you back here next time. Bye-bye.